honored and excited to spend a few minutes with NHL legend and Hall of Famer Serge Savard. Hey, Serge, how are you?
Very good, thank you.
How many times have you been to the show? Do you remember?
I don't remember, a couple times, two, three
Okay,
times.
a couple times. Now, I'm curious. When you were growing up in Quebec, do you remember hockey cards? Did you have any cards at that point, or
Yeah, well, when I was a youngster, you're talking about
yeah?
in the 50. Yeah, we had hockey cards. Was only 6 teams then,
Yep.
and of course, like the kid today, we knew all the players, and we had cards in the cereal, if I can
Yep.
remember, in those days. So I still have some at home, but none of them are signed.
Okay. Okay. Now, I thought I read that Doug Harvey is a player that you had followed. Did you have any of his cards?
Well, I'm from a small village about 400 miles northwest of Montreal.
Okay.
Rouen, Arenda, Amos, Val-d'Or, where for the Toronto fans here, where Davy Keon is from.
Yep.
It's around that area. And of course, we had television only in the late 50s.
Yep.
And I soon been following hockey in those days on radio, and we didn't have any other activity but hockey.
Sure.
So we were 100% into hockey. Didn't really have any other option. And at that time, I was playing all position, and I was mainly a centerman
Okay.
and playing defense as well. And at the beginning, my hero became in the early 50s, Doug Harvey. But after that, I was pretty good fan of Jean Beliveau.
Oh, sure. Everybody was.
And when I report in 1961 at the age of 15 to the training camp of the junior Canadians, when I was filling the sheet, say age and weight and position, and I wrote center and defense. And one of the scouts then was Cliff Fletcher,
Okay.
still alive, and they told me at that time, you're too big to play center. So I became a defenseman, and it worked pretty good for me.
Yeah, of course.
But also for the older people, I killed penalty forward for
Yep.
about 12 years with the Canadians. So I loved killing a penalty forward in those days.
Of course. Of course. Okay, so I got some notes here. I want to make sure I get. So your rookie card is a 1969. Do you remember seeing your first hockey card?
Well, we didn't have many notion of that at that time,
Yep.
and we didn't have the collections that we have today.
Sure.
And people were not collecting like they do today. And as a player, I didn't keep all my stuff then, and we didn't care much about that,
Yeah.
And playing with the Canadians, when we start, we had two jersey, one dark one and one white one, and we weren't allowed to keep them. It was only two a year.
Yeah.
Today,
You can keep one every game, right?
yeah, so I don't have that many jersey that I played with. Same thing with the card, the rookie card. I started in 1967, and my rookie card really in '69.
69, yeah.
So obviously, they didn't think much of me in
No,
1967.
I think that's just,
So
they get them out faster
we
today.
didn't have any rookie card
Sure.
the year I started.
So I have a little trivia question for you. So 270 of your 1969 OPG rookie cards have been graded over there by PSA, the leading grader, and for condition. And I'm curious what you would guess how many perfect grades, gem mint PSA 10 grades of your rookie card there are. So your options are 2, 15, or 37. What would you guess?
Well, I guess two.
You're right.
Well, because somebody mentioned that to me
Okay.
a long
Cheated.
time ago. That was 4 or 5, so that's why you high number.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't
No,
go for the high number, but
after all those years, it's amazing that so few.
I have some at home at the rookie cart, and they're in the plastic, they're in
Yeah,
plastics, and to tell you the truth, I don't even know if it's a 8, 9, or 10, or
sure.
I don't know that. So just tell me what's the price of those two.
Oh, I don't think that they've sold in. I would have to look that up, but those cards sell so infrequently because people that tend to collect, especially Montreal collectors, they keep them. They don't sell them very
Okay,
very often.
so I have
So
no idea.
it would be a lot. I would guess. No, I'm from Minnesota.
Tell me what would be a rookie card of Bobby Orr at 10
A 10, $1 million,
million bucks.
at least
Okay.
U.S.
Okay.
Yeah. So
See, you
so about
see,
6
when
million
I
per
was
year.
thinking in our time, we weren't thinking about that.
Of course.
So I started playing junior hockey against Bobby in 1961. I was playing for the junior Canadians in '63,
Yeah.
and Bobby started in '63 with Oshawa. Actually, he started in Bowmanville because the rink was not ready in Oshawa. So
Yeah.
we started at the same time. He's 2 years younger than me.
Yep.
I was 17. He was 15 when we joined the OHA, and he was the best player in the league
Wow.
at 15. But never had the reflexes of having a Bobby Orr card
Sure.
signed. And I met him many
You
times.
should have.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, we'd be doing this on your yacht
that was
somewhere in the Caribbean right now.
1963. That's
I
very,
know.
very different time.
Okay, so here's a question that I've always wanted to ask someone like yourself. You had your number retired by the Canadiens. What does that feel like to know that no one at such a storied and proud and legendary franchise that no player will ever wear your number again?
Well, it's a great honor. It's an honor like when I was elected in the Hockey Hall of Fame after I retired, 2 years after I retired. It's a great honor.
Of course.
Locally, when they retire your jersey, I won't say it's a greater honor, but it's something that, like, sometimes I have grandchildren,
Yes.
and sometimes they attend games, and sometimes I get a call and say, "Grandpapa, I saw your jersey."
Yeah.
So that's really means something that it's there forever. I'll pass away someday, and maybe, hopefully, 100 years from now,
At least, yeah.
they might be still my jersey there. I can still see Aurel Joliat
Yep.
and Rocket Richard, and not too many people had a chance to visit the Hall of Fame. But being a Canadian, the Montreal Canadian fans, the people that are have access to that building, and they see all those legends.
Oh, that's incredible. Well, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your contributions to the game of hockey and for giving fans and to the chance to see you and to interact with you. And it was a pleasure. Really appreciate
Thank you.
meeting you.
Thank you very much.